At first glance, it could have been just another fall camp interview. A coach talking about players, adjustments, and progress. But if you listen closely, you'll realize every answer, every detail reveals a lot more than words. It's like watching a game of chess. Every move calculated, every piece falling into place for the perfect strike. Today on Roll Tide Press, we're breaking down this conversation and showing you how Alabama's strategy is lining up for what could be the checkmate of the season. Hit that subscribe button and let us know what you think about our breakdown. Do you agree with what we're about to show you? And right here, the board begins to take shape. In chess, the opening moves are about control, claiming space, setting the tone, forcing your opponent to react. And when you hear what he says next, you'll realize Alabama's first move isn't just about one player. It's about a piece that's come back stronger, sharper, and more dangerous than before.
Deontay is, it's amazing. I mean, I thought, he carried himself at such a professional level a year ago. His leadership was so impressive. And somehow he's taken his game and leadership to another level, which is really impressive, coming off of not only battling, the recovery process that he's kind of stayed ahead of every marker that we've had for him, but to be able to come out in fall camp, and we thought, maybe we would limit some of his loads and all that. We've really pushed him, and he's handled it really well.
In chess, protecting your king is just as important as plotting your attack. You build your defense, not to sit back, but to give yourself the freedom to strike when the moment is right. What he says next reveals how Alabama's offense and defense are challenging each other, pushing both sides to play at championship level. And when your own team makes you better every single day, you become almost impossible to beat.
I think our offense is doing a fantastic job of taking care of the football. It was an emphasis coming out of last season that we had to do a better job as a team taking care of the football and creating takeaways. Certainly, we were able to do that a year ago. They're making it more difficult on us. When the bullets are flying and it's live and you can affect a quarterback, that's always the indication of how we'll do. So I feel good about where we are defensively there.
Before you go for the kill in chess, you make sure your king is safe and your lines are strong. That's exactly what Alabama's doing here, sealing every gap, preparing for every variation the opponent might throw at them. What he reveals next is the kind of preparation that turns small mistakes into big stops, and big stops into game-changing moments.
An obscene amount of time, right? Making sure that, different variations of run game that we're ready for and geared up for, that we have answers, right, to those things as well. But in the scrimmage at the beginning there, we had we had a misfit that turned into 2 missed tackles, which is uncharacteristic of us. And we were fortunate enough to be able to get a stop there in the goal line, which is great, but never really should have happened in the first place, right? If we're operating, efficiently in the run game. And so those are things that we've just got to continue to harp on and work. And that same call that we have ran this week, our guys have done a really nice job on. So that's what you want to see.
In chess, there's a moment when multiple pieces work together, cutting off escape routes, forcing your opponent into a corner. Alabama's defense has that kind of unity right now. And when the Wolf group hunts together, it's not just about pressure, it's about closing in until there's nowhere left to run.
3 or 4 musketeers, right? All for one kind of deal. One for all. They do a really good job of supporting each other. Those guys, you can rotate them in. I think they're all improving in the pass game from a standpoint of generating some pass rush, but excited about those guys taking the next step in that regard, and that's going to be critical to us being able to affect the quarterback more consistently than we did a year ago.
Every great game has a turning point, that moment when new forces enter the battle and change everything. For Alabama, that moment is now. Out of nowhere, young talent is stepping into the spotlight, and with every rep, they're rewriting the matchup board for the season ahead.
Deshaun Jones was a little bit banged up in the springtime. He's taken some great strides. Jordan Renaud just continues to grow and improve. So really pleased with him. And then some of those young defensive linemen are really taking steps in the right direction. Both Freddie Roach and Jamie Mosley, those guys have done a good job. I mean, Asai Faga is doing a really good job. You're seeing some things from London Simmons is improving. Steve is improving. So it's nice to see some guys that, maybe he thought might be a little ways away that might have a role for us at some point, here during the season. So that's encouraging.
Some players just react to the game. Others see it before it happens. Xavier Brown is gone from fixing rookie mistakes to playing with anticipation, reading routes, and taking away options before the quarterback even makes a decision. That's the kind of awareness that flips momentum and forces the opponent to play your game.
Playing with anticipation, so he's making plays on the ball. He understands, route progressions. He understands how to take certain things away and then go drive the ball in other places. That he's probably one of the most fun people I've ever coached. I mean, from a standpoint of just how locked in, how detailed, how professional he is every day. I mean, that dude, in my mind, will play this game for a long time.
Every winning strategy needs a leader who can adapt, control the pace, and strike when the moment is right. Ty Simpson isn't just running plays. He's reading the field, making the right calls, and keeping Alabama on schedule. And when you've got a quarterback with that level of command, every drive becomes an opportunity to finish the game on your terms.
Like Ty just does such a great job of his command of the offense right now. He understands what Ryan and what Nick are trying to get done out of the quarterback position and what we're trying to do offensively. He gets us into the right calls. He keeps us out of bad calls for the most part, and then does a really nice job of just taking care of the football. And the dude makes plays. So, I mean, take care of the football, make good decisions, make plays when it matters. That's, to me, the element of a quarterback. But when I watch him go through progressions, I mean, he has a great feel for boom, 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 and he stays on schedule, and that's always, gonna make you efficient offensively.
So, what appeared to be just another interview from fall camp was actually a chessboard in motion. Each move, each adjustment, each piece fitting into place, leading to this moment. But now, it's your turn. What do you think of this strategy? Did you see the checkmate move when it happened? Or were you caught by surprise? Leave your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from every one of you. And as always, roll Tide.